Hikaru will play rook f4, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, king e6. He's just taking all of black's pawns. Amazing technique by Ding.
Wow, with 2 seconds on the clock, Ding is making Hikaru shake his head.
Yeah, now actually, black can be in a little bit of danger here.
Yeah.
g4, h6. I mean, it's anybody's game.
Oh my goodness. The knight's covering both squares the king would need to like go after those pawns.
Yeah,
so
king g8 is a nice move. Hikaru can play king. Oh, knight d6.
And he
blundered knight d6. Hikaru blundered it. He had to take the pawn on d7 and give his g pawn for the h1. How does Ding win this? Oh my god! That Ding blunders it away. I didn't see a win.
I didn't see it either.
I think he had to play queen d7. Queen d7 setting up a discovery, and I think the game's going to end in a draw after all. This is going to be saved by Ding. This is a very easy endgame to draw.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, what a crazy turn now. Let me very quickly.
Man.
A lot of people think of Hikaru as a purely technical player, but I say it every commentary. He is an incredible positional player, and he's almost rebranded himself. And of course, he still sees tactics, no question about that. But he's a very, very strong technical player, and of course, endgames as well. I think probably the 5+1 is Ding's biggest chance, David, to really get ahead, because that's what he's going to have to do. You can't have an equal match going into the bullet with Hikaru. You just can't.
Right. It's really hard for me also to imagine how someone beats Hikaru in one of these matches, since it's been years since he's lost one. I think the last time he lost an SCC match was probably before you were streaming.
And he keeps, look at what he does. He keeps his pass pawn. Ding's just going to flag here. It's 1.5 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to flag.
My excuse for really low accuracy play when I was playing was that I was purposely creating more complicated positions where both myself and my opponent would be making more mistakes. And obviously Nepo's like in 7 different levels, but there may be an element of that he also gets more mistakes out of his opponents with the difficulty level of what he does.
You know, that is even a thing, decision fatigue. It kind of drives you crazy when you have to constantly decide, well, do I trade this piece with that piece? You know, do I push this pawn or that pawn? Hikaru always puts you in these positions. Although, you could take on e4 afterward, but d takes c4, queen a4, bishop e3. Could be an idea.
Forcing rook takes c6.
Right, another sacrifice, and then queen a and bishop a5 would be insane. Look at this position. Rook a8. I love these sequences where you have like 8, a million desperados in a row.
Oh yeah.
I could try knight takes b4 here. Okay, I think maybe knight takes b4 existed. Not anymore. And h4, rook h1, h5.
He's never going to trade any of his bishops.
You're never going to beat Hikaru at his own game, not in these positions. I mean, he's just going to steamroll you.
Pawn. Ow.
GF and e7, queen takes g6, it's over.
Wow.
Bishop c1 is a nice move too.
Oh yeah, bishop c1 would be nice.
There it is.
There it is.
A little late, but better late than never. Ooh. Apparently that was a mistake, but queen f7. Oh,
who knows?
Wait, that's wrong. Oh my god, it's gonna get mated on h3.
There's mate on 1 queens.
Oh my goodness, he missed mate on h3. Hikaru's gonna lose. He's gonna flag. What? Oh my goodness,
unbelievable.
What a huge howler by Hikaru, forgetting about the h3 pawn.
But as far as I know, Liren always plays 1d4.
Yeah,
so,
no, he does.
You expect him to stick to it 100% in this match?
I think unless there's a trolling phase in the bullet where you see some bomb clouds.
Yeah.
h4, h5s. I think there's a high probability he sticks to what he knows best.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to play d5 for white here. No, I don't have a follow-up. I want my b2 bishop open. I'd rather be down a pawn.
Right.
The bishop open.
I think Ding may be preparing something of that sort. He goes knight e3. Let's see if Hikaru puts a knight on d5 himself, or if he just stays in control of that square. Queen b6 also looks like an interesting try. See if they repeat or if they agree to a draw.
They clearly have had some practice recently in tournaments where the format says you can't offer draws, right?
Right.
They're very quick at coming up with the moves that sort of take
quickly
everything
liquidate.
Off the board.
Right.
Yeah. The one thing no GM will do in those situations, though, is make the final trade into that like king and pawn, like bishop e4. Like you don't want to have to calculate if you get zugzwanged at the end. So, Hikaru making these super expressive faces, but I wouldn't read.
He is.
I wouldn't read too much into it. Like
they haven't started the game yet. the issue is that if Ding takes it and goes b3, Hikaru's just going to jump back to c5, and White's b pawn is a lot weaker than Black's. Black's b pawn is perfectly safe. It's controlled by the knight, and the knight is anchored by the pawn. So if anybody has minuscule winning chances, it's probably Black.
Yeah.
Knight back to g6, around to e5, and here comes the king, and he's tied Ding's knight down again.
Yeah.
Knight takes g4, he blunders the pawn. There it is. There goes one.
Yeah.
White has no chances here. I mean, you can't do it with 3 seconds. Hikaru will torture you until the crows come home to roost, and then he's going to win the second pawn.
Yeah. And Ding's playing a little bit like me when I'm out of time. He's just looking like, he's like, can I make one random check? Can I like put one piece here safely for one more move? It's just one move at a time.
So far, Hikaru not able to make further progress.
Yeah. Here he's got knight c4.
1 minute left in the match, and okay. Got to be a little bit careful for Black not to repeat, although we haven't seen.
For sure.
No, there goes the rook. He lost the rook.
Oh, what a move.
Oh my goodness. That is
got him.
That is so mean. White is completely lost here once again. Can he pull a rabbit out of the hat yet another time?
I mean,
bishop
probably yes, but what's the rabbit?
Yeah, bishop c4. It's coming. It's incredibly nasty. Bishop g4. I guess there's rook takes c2. Okay, Ding decides to simply take on e5. Maybe not the most testing, and he's got to watch for some perpetuals with queen d8, queen h4, by the way.
Right, and he's got bishop d4 ready to stop.
I feel like his advantage is somehow beginning to evaporate imperceptibly, bit by bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's already evaporated.
I think queens off the board would help White to hold. So I understand White offering and Black declining. I think to take advantage of this kind of space advantage, you usually need like a rook or a queen, like a kind of piece that can come into a2 or c2, huh?
Yeah, so maybe those trades worked against Ding. Hikaru's gotten his queen to d8. Everything's defended for White, so I really don't see how Black can even contend for anything here. Ding declining the repetition. I mean, he's not really risking.
Won't give it up. E5 can just be played.
Draw. Yeah. Bishop takes g2. He takes. He saw that immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Draw.
Okay. So that's going to be the end of the 5-minute portion. There's going to be an hour of 3-minute left, half an hour of 1 minute left, and Hikaru comes out of this with a 1-point lead, exactly as predicted by Smarter Chess.
H5.
He pokes there with knight h5 coming after h4.
Yeah, this is... Hikaru is seeking these positions out with White. Another problem is that White can't really get the knight to d5 that quickly, because he's going to have to reckon with the move d2.
Yeah, that would hurt a little. You're like, I'm going to poke that on a good square. d2. Oh, yeah.
Right. Whoops. Well, you're going to get your knight to d5 at least. That's going to be the consolation. I think Hikaru might be preparing that, by the way.
You wanted Ding to play a bit more like aggressively and see some more aggressive chances. How do you feel about this game? Like he made
I was just thinking about
d3.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. I was going to praise him for the way he's played this game. He has gone straight after Hikaru in the opening. You know, he's taking no prisoners. But like you said, can he finish these games off? He has left, you know, quite a few points on the table already. And this is another example of a position that he should be able to win if he's accurate.
Oh, yeah, this position.
Especially after this last move. Why is it so bad? I guess bishop f4 and just get the queen around to h4 maybe.
Yeah, probably with trade and rook d8 first to take the file.
Yeah, but now Hikaru's going to go rook d1 and start simplifying. I guess Ding wants to put his rook on d4, but then Hikaru can play bishop
always
d2.
Slip away, like they're always not quite enough.
Right. I mean, I would contemplate taking and still going queen e7. Hikaru might go bishop b2 here. Let's see.
The knight's covering checkmate on h2, so I don't even yet have like a plan for winning here. I mean, it's some version of bishop h3, knight g5, and going after f3.
It is a lot of moves, though, and it's time for Hikaru to throw some water onto the fire. He goes bishop c1.
Here it comes.
And Ding ignores him. White is still in terrible shape here, no doubt about it.
I guess if he played bishop b2, Ding wouldn't have cared. He would have just left the rook on d4. So Hikaru's like, why even attack the rook if
Right.
I'm not really going to take that
Well,
exchange?
Hikaru, let's just say, has not done a lot to prevent Black's winning setup. I think we're going to see knight g5 and we're going to see bishop h3, and Ding's just deciding on the order in which to play them.
All right.
Look at White's position. Just look at it.
Do you make any micro predictions? Do you think that Ding is going to win this game?
I would be absolutely shocked. This would be one of the great SCC comeback, individual game comebacks.
Yeah.
I mean, Nihal is up on that list with a couple of his games, and so is Hikaru, of course. I've lost more winning positions to Hikaru, I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Ding is also better than me at converting advantages and at everything else. So rook takes d1 and bishop h3 is one approach, although you have to deal with a check on d8. Ding's not giving this game up. Yeah, this is also, look at just leaving the rook on d4. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. No, I assumed that the rook was being left. I don't think any of his time was spent on that. It was just he was figuring bishop h3 or knight h3.
White is so white. I mean, even Hikaru can't do anything here. This is just bust. I mean, White is just busted. Rook d3, bishop takes f1. Bishop takes f1 is basically a threat. Yeah. G2 is a threat. This is resignable.
When it comes to squeezing a space advantage, there's nothing better than when like the king is at the end of the space, right? Like when you come down to the first rank, it's their king sitting there all by itself.
Hikaru will play rook f4, I think.
Yep.
Oh, king e6. He's just taking all of Black's pawns. Amazing technique by Ding.
Wow, with 2 seconds on the clock, Ding is making Hikaru shake his head.
Yeah, now actually, Black can be in a little bit of danger here.
Yeah.
G4, H6. I mean, it's anybody's game.
Oh my goodness. The knight's covering both squares the king would need to like go after those pawns.
Yeah, so king g8 really is a nice move. Hikaru can play king.
Threatening knight d6, and he blundered
d6. Hikaru blundered it. He had to take the pawn on d7 and give his g pawn for the h1. How does Ding win this? Oh my god! That Ding blunders it away. I didn't see a win.
I didn't see it either.
I think he had to play queen d7. Queen d7 setting up a discovery, and I think the game's going to end in a draw after all. This is going to be saved by Ding. This is a very easy endgame to draw.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, what a crazy turn now. Let me very quickly.
Man.
And I wonder what Hikaru's plan here, because taking on f5 looks a little bit too brazen.
C6 here. He didn't try it. He tried something else. I was thinking knight c6 might have like dealt with the problem by attacking e5 and the queen.
I think Ding can take on e5. I think Ding could have taken on e5 and met bishop takes d5 with queen f7. I also think he's made another great move. Hikaru's position is totally falling apart here because Ding is threatening to take, and then go d4 check and win White's queen.
Yeah.
This is a winning
also,
position.
He's threatening to bring the rook on a8, into the game and then do that thing. Like White's quite tied up here as far as being able to move out of the way of this. Maybe, how bad is it if you retreat the knight? Since the knight is the way that Black opens the bishop on b7. Like if you play knight d3.
You might... The problem might not even be knight takes f3. It might be rook h2 check.
Right, and then queen h6 before taking the bishop. Maybe.
Or even taking the bishop and queen e4. I think there's multiple paths here.
Okay.
Hikaru has gone knight d3. I think rook h2 check ends the game. Now Ding has to see these moves. He plays f4 instead, which is also crushing, I think.
That has a pretty good threat.
Yep, that does seem pretty snazzy as well.
Rook h1.
Yeah, then takes and takes after Hikaru just resigns.
Yeah. Ugh. And the smarter chess odds predictions right above the players' heads that you all can see right now are suddenly, I mean, that's how close the match is, that this one game has got these two bars sort of like just suddenly coming straight close to 50-50 from a match which was generally favored almost 75-25 for Hikaru before the match started. That one crushing win with Black, and Hikaru shaking his head here as the queen almost trapped by knight b5. Both rooks attacked. It's a position where it's hard not to resign even, and that's what he chooses to do. He plays a move and then just resigns.
Unbelievable. Totally limiting everything, and now it's rightful reward is to emerge back on c6. Ding trying desperately to change the course of the match. Maybe he'll throw in a check on d4, which Hikaru blundered. And
so what was the right move for Hikaru there?
That's a great question. I think it was G takes F6
to just take
and then
it
some
and then
sort
play
of
Queen D1.
G4, yeah, Knight C6. It's just a hard move to play. Like all of a sudden to realize that you need to sack the exchange. Now Ding has tremendous activity. Now wait a second, this one's not over. Ding might pull a rabbit out of the hat for once.
Yeah, he was so close to winning the game safely, so to speak, for White, and now.
Ding has just been so good in the openings. You rarely see him in a bad position, which is why he hasn't had a chance even to come back.
Yeah.
Now let's see if he can complete it. Knight D3.
I think he needs the E file here. He agrees.
And basically, Knight takes C5 or DC5. Both moves are possible here.
Yeah. Knight takes C5, Bishop E3, Knight E4. Trying to isolate that D5 pawn. And if White plays Rook D1, you've got Queen B2. So it's not easy for White to defend everything here because like A5, D5, B2, like there's so many different loose spots.
What worries me about Ding is that once you get into the bullet, he's just not going to be able to take this amount of time in critical moments.
Yeah.
Will he be able to adapt to playing intuitively? And look at it. Queen B5, not moving the knight, aiming for the E2 square.
Yeah.
He's dominating this game as well. Bishop E3. Now Knight E4.
Queen B3 is the idea here for black.
But what if Rook E1? And then black's going to have back rank problems. Knight E4, Bishop D4.
Yeah.
Black is going to have... That was a very impulsive move by Ding.
Knight A4.
And if you take on C3... there's going to be something like Bishop F2. And here's the problem. At the very end of this line, White is going to break through with B5 and win the game with a passed A pawn. And I think Ding just completely underestimated that. Can he wiggle his way out of this?
He's just like running out of time in response too.
No, I don't see him. I think Queen D3 is such a tempting move, but it allows Rook E1, creating a standoff between the rooks, and that favors White. Yeah, Ding with a few too many mistakes this game.
Oof. Yeah, and I see why my Knight A4 move doesn't work. White just plays Bishop F2, and after Queen's trade, the Rook on E8's hanging, so we can't get the C pawn.
Yep, Ding down to 10 seconds. He does take on C3, and I think we are precisely going to see Bishop F2. An endgame and a breakthrough with B5 is going to win Hikaru the game. I mean, even after Knight D3, you could play B5. You could pre-move B5. Ding might try Knight D7, Knight B8.
Yeah.
Oh, Hikaru playing Bishop F2
goes for
first.
Bishop to A7.
Oh, the point is B5, yeah, Knight B8, Bishop A7. Very, very precise.
Yeah.
Not giving Ding any additional chances, and a big win for Nakamura here. I don't know if I see this happening for Hikaru. This might be another win for Ding. And he just almost effortlessly managed to create... No, Bishop takes G6.
Oh, Bishop G6 is just
G6.
winning. There's Queen E6 check.
Has to... Yeah, that... And why did he do this?
No. He could have played on G6 without bringing the king to defend G6.
The worst version of the endgame. That's this terrible transition now. And Hikaru is going to win the F2 pawn and make a draw. That's shocking.
That was outrageous.
Now, what was Queen takes G7? You can just take the pawn immediately.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a
below IM level.
Blown opportunity. And this was a pivotal moment because he could have jumped up 2-point, guaranteed himself a lead going to the bullet. Now, Hikaru draws this game. He gets a white game in the last one. If he wins it, you don't have anything to show for it. Now, wait a second. Still a little tricky, but no, it's a draw.
That was another one of the most amazing not wins that I've seen.
Botched brilliancy. Ding completely outplaying Hikaru in that game, basically from the opening. And as it stands, and Hikaru might even want to wipe the rest of the time off of the match clock here and say, I'm happy with a 1-point deficit. Or maybe Ding wants to do that. I don't know. Okay, anyways, they make a draw.
It looked like he was gone for a moment. G4,
absolutely.
Whoa. Everything.
Now, wait, if Knight D3, Knight E5 becomes a serious possibility.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the knight could have gone to begin with.
Yeah, but now, Knight C4. Yeah, Hikaru is playing this perfectly, by the way.
Wow.
He has not given Ding a single chance. And here comes the knight back from D3. I think he's going around to E5.
Why?
This bullet game has already taken 4 minutes off the clock.
Oh, why?
Yeah, why?
That'll still be
that
just
I
one
can't-
piece of
Wait a second.
C6.
96. Hikaru's giving up the G pawn. Why did he go to B7 with his king? That was a very surprising decision. Now Ding is winning again. I think Hikaru just forgot about the G pawn.
I'll believe it when he wins an endgame. I'll believe once he wins one endgame.
There goes another pawn. He's up 2 pawns. This is completely winning.
Oh, it looks.
You can just
super.
Oh, I don't like G6. Well, he let Black blockade him. Knight. He should throw in Knight G4. Maybe it's. Oh, he just walks his king around. Where is he going? How is he gonna get there?
I don't know. I can't keep track of it. It's too many knights for me.
Making progress, and Hikaru's still not giving up. Oh, Ding gave up a pawn, but okay. Knight G4, Knight F6. Knight E5.
It looks like he may have won.
Oh, Knight D4 still not over. And now it's finally over, and Ding wins the first bullet game. And I think it's a lot of it is confidence. I honestly think Ding is sensing that this match is, I wouldn't say up for grabs, but he's sensing that he can do it. He's up by 2. And he continues to play very fast here in the opening.
Yeah, he's just not feeling that invulnerability.
Yep.
From Hikaru.
Which Hikaru is so good at producing. Like he makes you feel like you're not going to win a game.
Yeah.
And as you said, when you break the seal this early, the facts kind of fly in the face of that.
So, I mean, everybody's enjoying this except Hikaru. Everybody else,
right.
Even Hikaru fans like to see like a close match, like to see him challenged. I think a lot of them.
But not on the worst side of a close match. They like to see Hikaru up by 1 or 2. How is he going to break through? Now it's his turn. Wait, takes A1, takes B4. He blundered the B pawn.
Yeah.
For a
second, but now he got C6. But now he got C6. It all paid off.
And a B5, and he's going to win. That was a huge blunder in the middle there. Hikaru just letting Ding take his B pawn. He doesn't take it, and now it's over. Queen F4 was a mistake. Hikaru underestimating that move. Now Ding has his pawn on A7.
Yeah.
But can he? Oh, he can back to E3.
Yeah,
back
the king
into
can
the
head back to F2 now.
Now he wants Rook B8. But can he dodge King F2? And Rook B8 is coming. He's going to make a second queen. He can make a queen right now and win the game immediately. You should just make a queen here. Takes on F8.
Queen B4.
Oh, that is.
Oh, and Hikaru doesn't like that move.
Dagger.
For the moment, yeah, he needs the queen on D2 defended to go for Bishop D6.
But when he's comfortable, he has the initiative. He's not letting this one go. Rook D4. Oh, Bishop C7. That is a dagger.
Dagger.
What a move.
Ding reacts.
What a move.
Feels that one.
Ding can bleed some clock here if he wants to, with 15 minutes left. I mean, that's plenty of time. You can't really play the clock at this point.
No. All he needs to do is like recover for next game here, because I saw that one like hit him. He was just
boom. And Hikaru, that's partially what makes him so dangerous in bullet is he sees these with 100%. He sees everything. He sees them with 100% accuracy. And Ding, he can sit for another 20 seconds. I think that's what he's gonna do. Hikaru pre-moving his way into mate, and Ding was gonna sit this one out, which is totally valid as we often discuss. This is part of the strategy. He's up by 1. He wants as little time on the match clock as possible, because then he knows he scores 1 win that could end the match, and anything can happen in any one individual game.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, this could turn for either side.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. With opposite colored bishops, as long as there's some pieces on the board, these attacks can just whip up.
Hikaru is going for a G6, and Ding maybe should have taken. Now he opens the G pawn. Black's going to benefit from that. Although Ding's going to get his Rook to C2 real fast. Yeah, like immediate. Oh, but now A4 comes striking on the other side. Oh, this is falling apart completely for white.
Yeah, this.
And now to the other side. Boom,
getting
boom,
sliced
boom.
from both sides.
Yeah, he is. You can just see it in the way Hikaru is moving. And now Rook A7. One move on one side, one move on the other. Rook A1. Rook takes B1 and Queen G2. Rook B1, Rook takes B1 and Queen G2. Or immediately. Oh, Hikaru's going to tie the match.
And
it's all tied.
He didn't need it. He didn't need any of his 20 seconds to calculate that. He just Queen G2.
Both rooks. Boom, boom. Ding with one last attempt at a perpetual. Hikaru's going to find a way. Queen A8, Queen G8 even.
Yikes. Man, once he had his opportunity, it's like he just knew everything you have to do. A4, Rook G8, Rook A8, Rook A2, Queen G2. Oh, man.
I would think that Hikaru's going to win this game. If he wins the next game, I think he wins the match. Ding has to find it in himself to turn the tables with Black that's the only way, because Hikaru's about to take off. You know, he wins this game, and then there will only be 2 more chances, and I just don't see him giving up. If he gets a lead, I don't see him giving it up. Bishop f4 was mate, by the way.
Yeah, what's with this weird king march, like down a rook, and they're like still sort of playing
made this relatively close. It's still completely lost, but amazing. He's taking more time off the clock, although I don't know who that favors. And it's okay. He's gonna. Oh, not gonna flag yet.
But like Hikaru could have like taken the queen or checkmated.
Yeah, Hikaru had many ways to win faster. Maybe they're both just you know, setting the stage for a photo finish.
They're just like, let's let it come down to the last second or something.
Well, it's come down to the last 9.5 minutes. So far, nothing impossible to say. This is such a tense position.
Right. I'm surprised that Ding hasn't lifted the rook.
This is like a big, yeah, exactly. He has to wait for you to say it, and then he's got to do it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, he keeps assembling pieces on the king side. Rook g6. The other rook could come to f8. Hikaru lunging forward with g4. Now knight e4. Ugh, rook takes g4. Rook takes g4. That's a winning endgame for black. He's going to win 2 pawns.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is more. Hikaru's in mortal danger in this game. Bishop takes h3.
Well, Ding followed your advice and won the game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's won yet though. 26 seconds. Hikaru's going to find a way to make this complicated. Let's see. I don't see how rook g4, rook g2. I mean, everything's falling here. Ding just has to play fast. He's down to 20 seconds. Maybe bishop g2 was winning as well.
This is really good too, because now if the king ever crosses to like f2, you just attack the rook with your bishop, and it's
queen g5. But Ding,
he's finding
after him.
Wow, Ding is
defending everything.
Ding is finding the moves that like still make it controversial.
Oh yeah, no, and black probably has the upper hand here up a pawn, but Ding is playing this so well to keep this close. 4.5 remaining now. Hikaru clinging to his extra pawn. Will he go queen c5? Can he find counterplay against black's king? That's going to be the question here. Queen c6. Hikaru trying to stabilize. Ding doubling. Hikaru dropping. Knight a4, getting the knight to c5.
Wow, this is still just a complete mess.
Whoops, that did not happen. Uh-oh.
There's queen f3 if you step off.
He's trying to get his rook to. He wants checkmate.
Yeah.
Hikaru down to 20 seconds himself. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He's going to be playing rook a3 pretty soon.
And queen a6.
Yeah.
And this might be close to winning. Rook d3. Queen g8. He can take it and go knight e6. Uh-oh. He goes rook d1. He didn't see knight a6, but he's
still... a different thing. He's just going so fast.
No, he had to go knight e6. That was winning in the spot. He still has a huge attack. Can he convert it? 3.5 left in the match. He pushes his a pawn up the wood. Black is still in huge trouble.
Bring it all the way up to a6. Take away the squares.
No trade. Rook d4. Hikaru can try to activate himself. Oh, I love what Hikaru just did there. Got the d file. Now he's got a position from which we can try to trade queens. Knight b7. Oh my goodness. What a...
Hikaru does not snap up the queen trade, but thinks for 4 seconds.
Thinks for a long time. He's got 5 seconds. Knight d6. You might see a repetition of moves with knight b5. Yeah. I think Ding has to go for it. Hikaru deciding. I think Hikaru's going to repeat. No, he does. He goes for it.
He goes for it.
What a decision. B4. Knight e6.
What a gamble.
Knight f7. Ding has to play. Ding cannot allow knight d4. Rook c1 check, and now Hikaru's going to play knight d4. No, Ding doesn't allow it.
Yeah.
What a crazy endgame. Rook d2. Both sides going after each other's pawns. 1 second for Ding. Hikaru's going to trade rooks. What's going on here? King e4.
No. Hikaru's got to be like more or less lost here.
Yeah, but it's a5. He's got the a pawn. I think he's in a practical game. This is a draw.
Okay.
In fact, Ding has to push those pawns of his pretty darn fast because Hikaru's going to get some chances soon. Uh-oh, knight d5. Now Ding is struggling here. Hikaru has a chance here to win this. Oh,
yeah.
Knight e3 is a great move. Back to c4. Ding wants to give his pawn away for Hikaru's knight. 2 minutes remaining. The next one might be the last. 1 second.
Oh,
how is Hikaru even pushing here? It's a draw by repetition.
Unbelievable that Ding held that.
Oh my goodness.
How do you use the 50 seconds in a situation like this?
Well, everybody's holding their breath. Oh, Hikaru's got to be very careful not to repeat it 3 times by accident.
Yeah.
Don't play knight h4 here.
I think that last endgame, the knight endgame, was drawn by repetition by accident. Like
h1, Ding. Yeah, it definitely was. And Hikaru taking no chances here. Doubling now on the h file. That bishop on h6 is so vulnerable. How is Ding going to hold everything together? He's got 5 seconds. He's got no time. He's got 5 seconds. He's going to play instantly.
Sack in exchange here.
Whoa, bishop c1. It was a mouse slip.
Mouse slip. He was going to d2.
Oh, Oh, it was going to D2, but it was still bad. Rook H7 check would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Hikaru saves the match with a win in the last game. And we're going to overtime. We're going to the tiebreaker. It'll be 4 1+1 games. Oh my goodness. And Ding is sitting back and he can't believe it. And Hikaru wins one of the clutchest games of his online career, but now he's got to follow it up with a dominating performance in the tiebreaker, David. Wow.
Oh my gosh. It's the match that everybody wanted. That is fantastic what he has just done.
He's not letting this opportunity slip. He's going to try everything he can. Ding trying to get his own king closer to the queen side. And here comes Hikaru's king. F5, G4. No, the Ding is not saving this game. There's no way.
Now the F2 pawn's threatened by H4.
And then the king's going to come to G4. H4, king H5, king G4.
And then H3 has a pawn sack and the king goes to F3 or something like that.
Yep, exactly. You even have time to take on H3. Hikaru choosing to trade the bishops. Okay, Ding declining that. H3 would have been very strong in that position.
Interesting.
Weird
just burning some more time here. Putting
king F3, bishop G3, bishop takes
C3.
C3. Bishop takes C3 is very strong, I think.
Yeah.
And Ding is going to lose.
Oh, that was just a squish, man. Just a squish. That's how you use an open file, folks. For anybody
in an opening
who's wondering.
That Ding specializes in, just completely outplayed. And this is the first time in a while that Hikaru has been ahead. He must be feeling real good right now. And Ding with the black pieces, he's essentially in must-win territory. D6, okay, D8, queen F5, massive liquidation. You cannot take on D4. Oh, B4 is a nasty move, opening an attack against the knight.
Oh,
and then Ding has to move his queen to D5. I think you got to play queen D5, counterattack the bishop.
Right.
He finds it in time.
Can pick up D4 as well.
Oh, how did he get out of that?
Yeah. When that came out with only one extra pawn for Ding, I was feeling an escape.
Yep. And Hikaru doesn't even have the pawn to show for it. This is likely to end in a draw, and that's completely fine for Hikaru.
Yeah.
He's gonna play this though. Force 5 seconds. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
That's a stressful move.
Yeah.
Ding goes for it. Queen C2.
Yeah, this is very similar to the move that Hikaru won with last game.
Yeah.
But here there's Rook D2 saving it afterwards.
No, this is a dead draw. I just don't see this even being interesting, because how is he going to create winning chances? I mean, marginally better for the bishop because the board is kind of open, but White's going to put the pawn on B3 and you're never going to touch it.
Right. Just nothing.
We might see a draw agreement. They might also play this out for a while.
Yeah. There's no match clock now. It's just 4 games, so the time spent doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, this is a dead draw.
I think G4 is slightly risky for White. Because
you're saying he gets the king to F4.
Yeah, it opens a little bit of space.
Yeah, that's what Ding is trying to do. He's trying to restrict the knight. Although knight C3 might be possible here. I think, knight D6. Oh, Ding has to be careful now. Oh my God, he might lose this. Oh my God, he's gonna flag. Bishop C3, knight G7, king F4. Knight C7, no, he's gonna save it after all. My goodness, that was close.
Oh my God.
He was down to 0.1 seconds.
Yeah.
Wait a second, it's still not on. Hikaru's gonna try to milk this until the crows come home to roost. Nope, Ding takes it. Okay, Ding saves the game.
Yeah.
Big save right there at the end. A big save for Hikaru. And 2 more games left.
Ding does not look at all unfamiliar with Bullet. Let's say that. No. He looks like a 2800 player who can also play 2800 at Bullet.
I'm just not impressed with these positions in the context of a bullet game.
Yeah.
Bishop D8, Bishop A5. Ugh.
That's a big threat.
And if Hikaru wins this game, he wins the match. He gets 2.5 before the last game.
He just keeps pushing. And what's the plan even after Bishop A5?
Bishop takes H6, I think. I think the point for Ding, if Black moves the knight, is to take Bishop H6 here. Looks pretty darn good.
Goodness.
Takes F6. I think he's trying to do something similar. What is going on here? Hikaru is seriously considering not even Queen C1. And then I guess FG7 or Bishop takes H6 and going for mate.
This position is crazy.
He has to play Bishop H6 here. He just has to.
Yeah.
He has to play it. I don't understand why even the hesitation.
Yes. Now the next move would be bishop g7, not queen g5.
This is dreadful for black. I mean, maybe knight back to e8 in order to open a pathway between black's queen and the g pawn. Maybe you can try to push the f pawn.
But even on knight e8, you could consider
still bishop g7.
You could still consider bishop g7.
And then the knight swoops into g5. This might be winning for Ding. We might be going out of the wire again. This is amazing. How does Hikaru defend? He's down to 15 seconds. He might go knight e4. He does go knight e8.
Yeah, I agree.
Bishop g7, knight g7, queen h6, and knight g5. I say just do it. No, Ding. He's done that way too many times this match. No, he's winning. Bishop c3, bishop h7. Bishop c3, bishop h7. Oh my goodness. So much tactics is being missed here. I'm shocked. Yeah. Bishop takes g7. He has to see bishop g7, queen h6, and knight g5. That is, and he does. And kudos to Ding. He saw it when he played bishop d2. He's saying, I'm repeating that position.
Oh, he did take on g7. Oh my god, the board was messed up for a second. He found the whole line.
It's mate. Queen h7. Yeah. Where's the mate? Or rook takes c6. Maybe knight takes c6. Rook b8. What a move! Amazing. Queen h7, queen h8, queen takes b8. Amazing.
It's like what Hikaru did with rook a1, queen g2.
Ding wins. We're down to the wire again. This is the last game of the tiebreak overtime. Game 4 of 4. The match is tied. Ding with the black pieces again. Will we see deja vu? Will Hikaru win this one as well? Can Ding turn his fortune? Oh my goodness. This is probably the most amazing match I've ever seen.
Yep.
In the SCC, and that's saying a lot because there's been some amazing matches. Okay, we have a Rai Lopez. We've seen this structure once before, David.
Yeah, we saw this exact position.
This is a line. This is theory. The bishop f6.
Still repeating it.
They're repeating the entire game. Now Ding was in great shape there, but he lost that game if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Although there were a lot of turnarounds. This time he plays queen
b6 check. Pawn breakthrough on the queen side.
This is new. Queen b6 check is new. How is he going to follow this up?
59 seconds. Hikaru over a minute. Yeah, of course.
Watch this game end in a draw. We go to Armageddon.
Yes,
Ding taking the first.
Please, a couple more.
Absolutely. Ding taking the first long think of the game. What is he going to do? He's down to 40 seconds. This is highly concerning already. He's down 20 seconds. Plays a5. And let's see if that think pays off. Oh my goodness. Knight c6. Now, can you go queen f2?
That's the square I'm looking at.
Knight c5 and knight b3 is still very much dangerous. Knight c5 would also threaten knight d3 if white takes with the queen.
Yeah.
So Hikaru taking with a knight.
Well, that's... Oh, is his knight going to d3 in case of queen f2? Yeah, so Ding's got to take the file first.
And I guess Hikaru can still go knight d3, but now knight c5 looks good. The eval bar creeping in black's favor. It's showing a big advantage. Queen a6 also looks good just to freeze white's pieces completely. Ding down to 24 seconds. He's got to make a move.
Queen a6 would be threatening queen takes d3, huh? That's very dirty.
Oh, you can just see nervousness, anxiety written all over their faces. Hikaru's king is in mortal danger, David. That knight comes to h4, the queen comes to f2. You could end up being busted really fast. Hikaru taking a think he's in huge trouble. Hikaru is in huge trouble in this game.
He's going to retreat the knight to not bring the queen closer to f2.
But where would he go? Because Ding threatens knight b3. No, we have a trade. Yeah. Queen f2.
Oh, he invites the knight to h4 as well.
Bishop b3. What a move by Hikaru. What a counter. Getting his rook out of the gates. Oh, he's still in bad shape though. Queen takes b2. He blunders the pawn.
Well, he had to because I mean the b2 pawn was already dead.
But he didn't take it.
Yeah.
So Ding going for mate. But
full disregard for the queen side by the players here.
Queen takes b2 was winning pretty much on the spot.
Yeah.
Queen g1 by Hikaru tucking his queen in. Ding, rook to the second, still very bad for white. Rook takes b2.
Finds time to grab that pawn. Threatening bishop
Ding
3, bishop f4.
Not interested. He wants mate.
Yeah, nothing but mate. Wait, why didn't he play bishop f4? I don't know.
Queen g1, queen back to g1. Rook f3 maybe?
Oh.
Repeating.
Oh, everybody's bishop dream come true. More games. No, Ding wants checkmate.
I don't know if he does. He's got 12 seconds. He's got no time. I don't see the win. I don't know if I agree. Leave over to draw. We're going to Armageddon.
We keep going.
We're going to Armageddon. And the basic premise of the Armageddon is that white has to win. If the game ends in a draw, then the player playing black wins the match.
Right.
And black starts with a time deficit. Now, the size of this deficit is, it is 5+4. Hikaru is choosing the color. I believe it's because he has the higher rating going in.
Okay.
And he is choosing the color.
And ballpark, Danya, how many dollars is this one game worth?
It's worth, I mean, the winner gets 6,000
for winning the match. And then the next...
I don't know how much goes to the loser, though. Like
Yeah.
or is it just
percentage?
3,000?
By percentage, there's going to be 3,000 each from this semifinal, right? So it's 6,000 for the winner plus whatever your odds are at a $20,000 total pot in the finals.
Exactly.
So
No,
if
a
you're
lot of money.
in the finals, it's a $16,000 game.
A lot of money is on the line in this one game. It's 5+. I actually really like the fact that the Armageddon, that the match isn't decided by a bullet game, because matches like these deserve to be decided by a sort of serious, longer game. I'm very curious to see what side Hikaru has chosen. I would imagine that he's chosen black, given that to him a time deficit isn't such a big deal, but the onus of winning the game is a huge one. I always feel like black is on the better side of an Armageddon, and there we go. But they got to reset the times. There we go. Hikaru has 4 minutes. Ding has 5.
Yeah.
And
certainly in this match, black has done very well. So.
Oh my God, buckle your seatbelts. Now we're going to have a much slower opening here. Let's not expect anybody to blitz out any moves. There's no increment though. There is no increment, which means flagging is very much on the table, David.
Did Ding play 1c4 for the first time in this match here? I'm pretty sure.
I think he did. And he just decides to start with a clean slate.
Yeah.
We have a mainline English where Hikaru played e5, kind of a reverse Sicilian vibes.
Yeah.
Hard to give an evaluation yet. I mean, so this is all very normal. Knight coming to c5.
Yeah.
White is a little bit more comfortable in these positions, I've always felt, but
oh yeah, I love playing this opening as white. But Hikaru's looking at bishop h3, so I wonder if Ding wants to play rook f to d1 or something like that before throwing knight c5 in order to dodge the trade with bishop h1. D4.
Yeah. Well, he's doing it a different way, distracting black first, and I think after e takes d4, he's gonna kind of solve 2 problems with 1 move here, playing rook fd1 and hitting that pawn.
But so Hikaru wants to trade on d4 with the knight first before the pawn.
I mouse slipped f5, but it can actually be a serious candidate move. Okay, Hikaru giving the pawn back, but on his own terms.
Okay.
I don't like this position for black. I mean, Ding has his rook now on the d file.
Looks like Hikaru's like psyching himself up as we get into the meat of this game.
Well, but black kind of wants bishop f5 in some of these positions, although it can be met with knight h4. Hikaru bringing his pieces back, adopting a more defensive posture. Something. Oh, Ding missing a fork. He blundered in exchange.
He can't believe it.
Bishop e7. But here's the bright thing. The good thing for Ding is that he might not be worse here, David. He might actually still be in very good shape.
His position was looking amazingly good before that.
Now it's looking good. Now it's still looking good. I think white is still in good shape here, but the psychological effect of he blundered that for sure. You could see it on his face. But now, guess what? He's threatening b7. He wants to take the bishop. Can Hikaru find his way out of the complications here? 2 minutes and 53 seconds.
We have no talk. D7 pawn. The second pawn would be a big deal. Oh,
queen a6. The queen escapes. He's now
honoring his diagonal though.
But f5 forcing a trade of bishops. That's going to take the teeth out of white's initiative by a big margin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and those knights are discoordinated. They were sitting together, just dominating that 6th rank.
What
the
about
black pieces were just.
Yeah, knight d2. I wanted to propose knight takes f5, but I forgot the knight on d5 was knight on b6 was defending d5. Okay.
All right.
2 pawns for the exchange. This is a playable position.
Playable position, yeah. But I think very much defanged. One of the things about those 2 knights in the center was that there were a lot of different scenarios where Ding could have come out with the bishop pair, which I think would have made it like a lot more fun for white to play with the bishop pair when down in exchange.
It would be funny if he had blundered a second exchange also on b4. Hikaru was threatening that on the same square. This time Ding doesn't blunder it. He plays bishop a3. Now he's preserved the time advantage, which is pretty impressive. I would take with a rook here and try to go knight e5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely take with a rook here.
Yep.
He's better again. Queen d3 maybe, just bring the queen back. Yep. Consolidating, minute up on the clock.
Wants to avoid rook d8, trading off his material. The knight on b6 has found itself on a very, very unfortunate square now.
Yep. Well, that's... And he actually might be traded because Ding might want to get his rook to the 7th rank. Or you could play b4 and solidify the bishop. In either case, white is better, but b4 might give up a2. I don't know if that's necessary.
Yeah.
Bishop d6.
He didn't really have a plan when he played bishop c5, it looks like.
Yeah, kind of a diffident move there by Ding, who I think is trying to keep a pretty significant time advantage. He knows that he's going to get flagged if they get to a time scramble. Rook cd8. Hikaru doing a good job keeping things stable here. And Ding pushing his queenside pawn up, trying to add to the pressure.
That's why he was moving the bishop off a3. He wanted to
Ooh, rookie four is a nice move. You can't take it because you're going to lose the bishop at the end of the line.
Right.
Bishop back to c5, and we're going to see a trade of rooks, which generally speaking is fine for black here.
Yeah, no, it's I think generally speaking, it's an improvement for black to get rid of white's only rook. So, but the a pawn, that's like a big target for white right now. That bishop is quite a good piece.
Yeah. Knight. Okay, so Ding going a5. Yeah, he is trying to go for that pawn. I think he wants to play queen a6.
Yeah.
But Hikaru has some way. Does Hikaru have some way to neutralize this initiative? Because the eval bar is showing equality. I don't see it off the top of my head. At knight b4. Oh, queen takes a7, takes, and knight c6 maybe.
Okay, and then
maybe Ding should go queen b5
with rook a8. Wow.
Okay, back to d5. Maybe we'll see a6, just fixing the pawn on a7. I would highly consider that by Ding, and he plays it.
It's too intense. It's too
hard
intense
to play for Hikaru. He is still down a minute on the clock, and now he's got a minute and a half with no increment. Yeah. Ding needs to be aware of that, because this might come down to flagging if Ding can keep a time advantage.
That's for sure, and the tension is there for this game to like not have too many more trades.
Yeah, even Hikaru really has to take, but Ding is not making any progress. In the meantime, Hikaru has centralized his pieces. He's kind of pressuring a6, and Ding's time advantage beginning to dwindle.
Right.
This is, I would give Hikaru the benefit of the doubt here. I think he's holding this. Rook c8, chasing the queen around now. He's not worse anymore. And now another queen trade offered. Maybe Ding just takes it. I don't know. Bishop a7, knight b4.
Now he can finally take on a7. Before he couldn't because of knight f4 check. This is what he was maneuvering for.
Queen e4 check. But then Ding defends the bishop. Ooh.
Yeah.
And Hikaru has to take more time here. Queen g6 is also an interesting move. Big
choice here. He's still got a minute. He's not out of resources here yet.
Oh, knight b5, knight c7. Takes, knight b5. Hikaru has this move, knight c7. And if knight c6, knight c7 anyway.
Knight c7 anyway, yeah.
And Ding has to flag him here. 1 minute on the clock. Black is obviously not worse anymore. Although, how do you knight b5, knight b4?
This move was tricky. This move was really tricky. He finds it.
Knight b4. What a move.
And he nods. Yes.
Knight e7 and b6. Knight e7 and b6. And white's going to be a pawn up in that endgame. Will Ding see it? Will Ding see knight e7 and b6? That is his only chance to keep this endgame going.
He has the time,
but he misses it. He misses it, and he collapses. Rook b7, king f7, king e6.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But rook a5.
Rook a5.
And what the problem might be, the black is not going to give up the e4 pawn, and in that case, white's not winning that game. Ding overlooked it. Ding missing that tactical shot, which would have given him the chances, and now he doesn't see a move. Hikaru might pull this one out.
I don't see a way to not lose the b pawn for nothing.
You can, and the eval bar is bearing that out. I mean, you can go knight e7, knight c8, but that knight's not remaining on c8. This is essentially the match right here.
That would just trap your own knight. It'll eventually be lost there after the king comes to d7.
I mean, Ding has to give up the pawn and then move the knight around. Hikaru's not losing this game. He's got more time on the clock.
Yeah.
And Ding sitting back, basically admitting defeat. And what a painful match for Ding Liren, who came so close so many times. And what an incredible effort. Wow. But at the end of the day, this honestly proves Hikaru's dominance maybe more than any of the crushing matches.
Yeah.
If he can pull a match like this out where it seems like nothing's going his way, that just tells you so much about his ability. And that's it. The match is over. Ding resigns.
Yeah.
And Hikaru Nakamura wins the Armageddon against Ding Liren to make it to the SCC finals. King Clutch, the king of Blitz, coming through yet again, David. What an unbelievable match we just saw.
Yeah, I mean, just bravo to both of them, right? Because, I mean, from Ding's perspective, like, I've never seen anyone other than Magnus give Hikaru that hard a time. And from Nakamura's perspective, you just won like the toughest match of your life, more or less. I mean,
yeah, he's trying to hide a smile, but I mean, very deserving winner. You know, Ding played so amazing. He just kept striking back. When he went down in the overtime, maybe his most impressive feat was winning a game on demand himself. He's obviously going to be very upset. We will have the play.